Okay, so I'm just waiting for Georgie, obviously. So I just need to confirm if I am live. Okay, so I think I'm live. So before Georgie comes, I don't know where he is. Hey Eric, hey Suneva, hey Seth. I just want to apologize, obviously, for not being here for a while. Let's just put it down to personal reasons. So yeah, there are some people here that have been very kind and reached out on different social media platforms, and I've seen today on my YouTube channel, just to obviously say hi. Yeah, I'm really sorry I've been absent. I'm saying it with a smile. I shouldn't really say it with a smile. But yeah, I have had some Shane time. Do you know where Empress is? Are we talking about Georgie? Good question. I don't know. He's in Basel, living his life. So yeah, so obviously I kind of assumed that I would have to, not have to, but if obviously I wanted to engage with this year, I should probably do something today. And I checked in with Georgie and he said he was free, and I don't know what he's doing. But I thought, yeah, I could probably do with his assistance, his help, going into this session. Right, I have a WhatsApp message. It's going to be Georgie making some sort of random excuse. Okay, I'm coming. He's not, though. There's no it comma about it. Yeah, so yeah, I will repeat myself. It bears repeating. That yeah, I'm sorry. Probably, I would say after Eurovision, I will probably be a bit more open about why I've had a gap. But it's probably not the time or place because it's Eurovision week, and Eurovision week is all about being positive. Georgie's here. Hold on a minute. Georgie, he's going to have to just come straight in. He's going to have to raw dog this. Okay.
What the hell just happened? My laptop decided to go out of everywhere of my account, and when I decided to come in, it was asking my passwords, it was asking my usernames everywhere, my YouTube, my Google, my Instagram, and I was thinking, like, really now that we are doing it now. And I'm sweating like a pig on Eurovision stage.
But you're here. You're here.
Yes, I'm here. Thanks God.
I mean,
oh my God.
You look a mess, but I'm glad you're here.
Why a mess? I took a shower. The light is not good.
Yeah, the light's not great, but also you're serving shiny foreskin. I'm enjoying.
Yes, this is very sweaty right now.
Huh.
This is wet. My forehead is wet, and I don't have any tissues here.
How's your internet connection in Basel, more to the point?
No, the internet is perfect. Here, the hotel has really quick internet. Really good internet here.
Awesome. Did I say
How
shiny
are you?
Did I say shiny foreskin? I said shiny forehead, did I? Did I say shiny foreskin?
No, you said foreskin. Oh. Saying, I don't know what you have in your head.
I've not done this for so long.
Oh my God.
Foreskin is a body part. Let's just make that clear. There's nothing crude about that.
No.
I've been good.
Kind of.
How's life in Basel? How's life in Basel?
Basel is really warm. It's like 23 degrees. It's sunny every day. You go out only with t-shirts. It's amazing. Like in Malmo, it was completely different. You remember that it was like colder. You couldn't go just with a t-shirt outside. But here it's hot.
Really?
It's hot. It's really hot. And Basel, what a great and beautiful city. So beautiful.
It does what with what people are posting on social media. It not only does it look like a beautiful city, it looks like a very good Eurovision city.
It's a really, you know what? Because everything is so near and everything is so like the city is not so small, but the city is so it's like not so big. It's not like I don't know the capital, and that's why everything is so near and everything that it's Eurovision, it's huge. The Eurovision village, Shane, this is huge. It's like an arena.
Okay. I think I think I'm emotionally strong to hear everything that's happening in Basel.
But don't worry, I haven't done also so much because during the day I'm just sleeping.
I know because I can see, like, bless you. I'm enjoying the WhatsApp messages and the videos of you partying until, like, literally, I wake up at like what 5:30 India time in the morning, and I can see you guys are online. I'm like, you guys are having a heavy night.
Yes, we are still partying probably, but we don't party every night until very late, not at all.
Okay. Well, I'm enjoying every single May Muller and Blanca their video that you've
Yes, we show you all the time. We send you right. Oh,
sent.
so tell me, you have caught up with the second semifinal just now.
I have. So yeah, as I said to you, like I had to wait to do this video until I caught up. Unfortunately, I just not been able to do it live. It's just age. Like I was in India like 4 or 5 years ago and I stayed up till goodness knows what hours
To
to watch
watch
it.
it.
And then I've realized I'm 38 coming on 39. I need at least 6 hours sleep. So unfortunately,
But
I
look
have
at
to.
Seth. Seth is living also in Japan and he's 40, but he's watching it live. So it's not the age, it's the lifestyle.
I know, I know. But I mean, I've done a really good job to catch up with semi-final one and semi-final two at work and not get fired. So yes, I told you, didn't I? I creatively managed to incorporate semi-final two into my job today. So that allowed me to catch up with some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about? I haven't talked about anything on this channel for like 4 months. So let's just
I
fast
know.
forward. Let's just fast
Yes,
forward
we are not
to this
doing now
week.
three hours talk, but let's fast forward to the final. Very quickly, we can just say, I have a question for you. Did you personally get shocked that Belgium didn't qualify? Or was it once you watched it like, it was okay, I understand?
Okay, so obviously I have disengaged with Eurovision somewhat, but I've not disengaged enough to kind of understand what's going on. So I wasn't a massive fan of this song,
I
like
know.
leading into it. And then obviously people were hyping about the staging. And then I checked out the second rehearsal video and I was like, oh my goodness. And
Yeah.
then the problem is the way that I've done it this year, unfortunately, I've woken up on BBC News. They've said the qualifiers. So I saw that Belgium didn't qualify. So I knew they didn't qualify before actually watching the whole thing. And then I watched the whole thing. And yes, obviously I'm gobsmacked. But then I've got to remind myself that I didn't massively love the song on studio
I
version
know.
alone anyway. And also I didn't want to obviously like add salt in the wound, but like obviously I saw the results. Then I was checking Instagram before I watched the performances and I saw you posted being like, winner. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Because you were there
I
watching it
do.
live. You were like, winner. How is this not
I know.
winning? And I was
I
like,
know.
that's aged well.
I know. I was very, 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 very sad for Belgium. But did you have from the first semifinal any kind of other shock non-qualifier or qualifier from semifinal one? Or
Okay.
was it as you expected them?
So let me just quickly remind myself. So, I mean, seriously, is there really much of a shock? Obviously, I know it's interesting, isn't it? Because staging just elevates a song. We know this, right? And that's the
We
kind of
know this.
embarrassing thing about doing YouTube for 3 or 4 months up to the lead up. We talk about these songs, we rank them, we say they're not blah 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 blah, and then
Exactly.
suddenly we see the performance, and then everything flips on its head. So I understand why people don't disengage with YouTube content creators. But I still need to realize I wasn't crazy about Belgium. I wasn't crazy about Cyprus before the show. And then obviously I saw both those performances in their second rehearsals, like, wow. And even Cyprus specifically, my reference point is always, you'll know this, Belgium, Laura, What's the Pressure? Do you remember that song?
Yes, what's the pressure? I
Right,
love it.
okay. So this is my reference point all the time. She didn't do any of the preview parties. And I
Yes.
still think to this day that Belgium locked her up in a warehouse and just perfected that performance to a T. Every single thing about that performance was spot on. And that was like bottom of the odds the whole season. And then we saw it and we raved. I thought Cyprus was going to do the same. Cyprus didn't do any preview parties, did they?
Any, not even
And I
one. Last
thought-
year they did.
Right. And I thought Cyprus, they've locked him up in a warehouse and they've perfected that to a T, and they'll do a Belgium, Laura, What's the Pressure? So I was more shocked about Cyprus than Belgium, in all honesty, because I actually thought that staging was very good.
Of Cyprus?
Yes.
It was good. The staging was good.
But what about you? So obviously you're on the ground. So obviously, as the results like live went through, obviously people, I'm assuming, were gagged and gooped.
Yeah, I had behind me, I watched it in the Eurovision Village, and there were people from everywhere. Either way, it's a lot of people in the Eurovision Village watching it. And I had behind me Belgium people, and they were screaming at every qualifier, they were screaming Belgium. And I was like so sure that it's gonna be Belgium. But once I saw the screen of Portugal, Slovenia, San Marino, I knew that it's over for Belgium. Because I saw that Ukraine is inside. I saw that Ukraine is gonna be in. We all knew it. And I was like, I already believed, and I was preparing myself that Belgium is not gonna be in.
Okay. But this is 2 years in a row where Belgium, mind you, saying that Belgium's song didn't increase in the odds till very recently. But
Yeah,
this is
I
2
know,
years in
and
a row.
this is why it's a bit shocking non-qualify. Even if someone didn't like it much, it was like in the overall all odds, he was fifth place. Fifth. This is like Portugal was 35th and it qualified.
Now listen, like
No.
bless Jao is here, and I love Jao, and I do. Portugal as a country, I love Portugal. I'm going there this summer, but as a song, literally, there is nothing about that song. The only thing that because I watched the semi-final one again today, the only thing I can assume is it's just a different kind of pace. Like if you're
That's
into
the
cool
only thing.
music. If you're into cool music, that was the only song to pick up the phone for, right?
I don't know who picked up the phone, but obviously people did, and that's great for them. I think the band itself was very shocked.
Yes, but I also said a positive thing about the band.
That's good. So you saved
No,
your
I
ass.
think a certain member with the blue shirt, I messaged you.
Yes, that you
Yes.
liked him. You found him very interesting.
It's not all bad from Portugal.
So let's move on, please, to the second semifinal because it's the most fresh one. Because all the others from semifinal one, they were all expected. Albania was super expected. Sweden was super. Everything is expected. We didn't have something shocking. Let's move on to second semifinal. I want to tell you one thing. I went before the show started with me thinking, you know what? Malta is not making it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of social media posts on saying
watching it on the jury show. It was fine. It's fine. It's still very fine. It's very funny. It's very funky. It's very much what people, Eurovision fans, wanted from Miriana for it to be. But I thought that it's just a bit too much. And I still think it is. And that's why, if you ask me, like, okay, what do you predict for Malta? We love Malta, me, you, all of the Eurovision fans that are watching, like, Eurovision and following it since half a year ago. People love Malta, but I really think that Malta will be like 22nd in the final. I don't think that it will be much voted. I think they elevated the national final performance, but I think they made it a bit too much. You know what I mean? It is a bit too much. I don't I don't fancy the way that even in the LEDs you see how the dancers they have made this opening legs, like women open legs, and then you have behind her also the dancers opening the legs and closing them. I don't know. It's not I don't know. And I love the
Li-
song. Whenever it
Listen,
plays, I love the song.
okay,
But this is
so
honest, and I am honest telling you that. And I also think like I understand the at the ending of the song Diva Not Down. We understand it. My sister watching tomorrow the final will be like, huh? What? But we know the story. People watching from home don't know the story. What Diva Not Down? What does she mean?
Um, okay, so I've the lucky thing about because I can't watch obviously it live, I've explained. So I've been watching it through BBC iPlayer post the facts. I'm watching the commentary, and I was wondering whether the British commentary would mention the cant thing, and they didn't. They didn't say anything about the fact that the song had been censored. So I
EBU
mean,
has made EBU has made it also very people do scream the canned part, but you can never listen to it on the TV. They have
no.
turned it down.
Exactly. So for me, right? So I've seen that performance 3 times. I think 2 watching the semi-final, 1 through, and 1 watching on YouTube. My first impression was it's messy, as in it's very in your face. It's throwing the kitchen sink at it. It's very there's a lot going on where the national final was more simplistic. It had more of a streamline throughout the whole thing in regards to its
Yeah.
idea. Then I think this evening I had 1 or 2 orange juices and I watched it and I was like, I'm obsessed. Okay, so the thing with Malta is what I do kind of love, and I'm not the first one to say this, the EBU has turned around and said, you can't say serving can't. So Malta's like, fine, we're not going to say the word can't, but we're going to throw every other sexual visual imagery that we
Exactly.
can get away with and see how you
Exactly.
deal with it, which
But
I kind of
why?
love.
When you actually think of the lyrics of the song, it doesn't fit to the staging. If you honestly listen and read the lyrics of the song, this is the song is about empowerment of you cannot bring me down. I am who I am. I have been bullied, but I'm still here and I will sing it out loud. The staging is this retro kind of sexual bar going in Berlin, in Germany, dirty, but you are dancing until 6 in the morning. Doesn't fit the
Listen,
lyrics.
okay, so unlike people that we know, I'm not a name dropper, but
Okay.
but I do know someone on her PR team. All I can say is they're not going for a narrative, they're going for viral.
Okay. Yeah, this they are achieving.
Yeah.
They are making that happen. If they're going for that, then I can understand.
Yeah. So they were
What is
going from
prude?
they were,
What is
sorry.
prude? What is prude there? Someone will.
Oh, baby, prude is like you're like a granny. You're like, oh, nudity.
Come to the Euro Club and you'll see if I am prude. Oh, okay, yeah.
um, okay, so okay, with Malta, I think there were a lot of people saying that it wouldn't qualify. There's now people, and even people have said in the comments that it may have been kind of 10th place. But all I will say is they've got a sweet spot in that final.
They have a good
Like
spot, yes.
literally, they have lucked out. Their spot in the final was perfect.
Yes.
And listen, I just love a female going up there and just living her best life and just like you said, like it's not necessarily imagery. Oh, is Chris in the background? Or is it a
No.
ghost?
No, he passed, yes.
I was gonna
In the
say.
background. I thought in the background, but that was the
Um,
shadow. Yeah.
Just quickly ask Chris, how proud is he of Germany this year?
Chris loves Germany. I want to tell you that he's hyping Germany everywhere we go. And I am now hyped about Germany so much after listening to that all day long. Because I kind of believe that right now that also Germany is going to do a really the best result that they have had since 10 years. But
Yeah.
I also think that it is literally shame. This is the first time in history German song playing in the Euroclub so many times. Every
Listen,
freaking DJ is playing the song and people are going wild.
the only saving grace about not being in Basel right now is not being around Chris bumming Germany. In all seriousness.
But you
Like,
are also one of those people that obviously believes that it's not good and that she's not good life, which I don't understand. Why? She
I never
really.
said that.
Ah, okay.
Don't
But
put
yeah,
words in my mouth.
I thought it would come from your mouth, and I was thinking like,
No, no,
boring.
I hold grudges because when we were watching the final last year and Chris was next to me, and obviously Ollie got 0 points, and I was emotionally, spiritually, morally, physically destroyed. He's going being like, "This is the best result Germany's had in ages," and all I wanted someone to do was hug me. I'll never forget it, and I hold grudges. So
No, I truly think that Germany is out of the top 5. If you take away France, Germany is the next from the top 5 that will do a really, really good result from the public, not juries.
okay,
This is
so
a song. This is staging is amazing. The song is amazing. It's catchy. People really love it. I think it's gonna do good.
okay, you've deviated. We were on semi-final 2.
Yes, that's true. But they
Yes.
performed in the semi-final too, so yeah.
So,
Which is the next
saying
one that you wanna like? Where you?
Okay, so yeah.
I was thinking of going to Denmark.
Yeah, what about Denmark? Chris needs to stop walking past because it looks like a ghost.
He's getting ready to go out.
Well, he can get ready in another room.
Yeah, because we have many rooms in this cheap hotel.
Or he can show his face and just confirm that he's not a ghost.
You can say hi. Come say hi. He's wearing also the scarf for Germany.
Of course he is. Hey, Chris. Hey, I can't hear him.
He is ready to win.
Yeah, of course he is.
But I have here those, that's why he can't hear you.
All right. Just to confirm that people watching this, I actually do love Chris. I just don't love his choices.
It's my choice too.
Okay, so, right. Steph says Chris's beard is on point. Steffi says that Chris is handsome.
Yes, let's do quickly, please. Denmark.
Okay, what do you want me to say about Denmark?
Wait, I just read a comment from Magnus. He's so cute believing in Bala. I don't want to say my real opinion about what I think Germany's results will be. No, Magnus, you know what? We don't need your opinion. Keep it for yourself.
I knew when you were going to go straight in with Germany that like you just had to wait for that, Georgie. Patience.
Oh. So, Denmark, please. Were you shocked that it made it?
Yes.
Me too. I was also shocked.
So okay, Dale from Aussie Vision.
Yes.
He put on Twitter, like on X, whatever it's called now. He put on X Twitter today that he was celebrating Cecil's winning because it was really like a kind of like a fairy tale story. But he did say he feels that maybe Denmark knocked Australia out.
Yeah.
Can I also say, because I didn't click on it because I didn't want to deal with any negativity this week, was there a video where she did a live video at night where she was really upset or something?
I haven't seen that. Did she?
Okay, I think so, because people were feeling a bit sorry for her. What I find quite interesting about Denmark is she said in an interview that she saw the other national final performances and she was like, I feel really embarrassed with mine. And she said, I wish it was like that. And I was like, right, she's going to work with the Danish broadcaster because they're not short of money.
Exactly.
Let's be honest, if you look at their stagings of past, they're not short of money. And I thought they were going to come with something freaking insane because I thought she was out for blood. And then when I obviously watched the second rehearsal clip, I was like, oh, girl, no. Like, it's still quite basic.
It is. It looks okay. I mean, when I watched the clip, it looks okay. But do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Eurovision performances from 2009.
Help me out. What?
It reminds me of a Eurovision that could be from 2009
Oh, I see.
coming.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But thinking and reading that they spent 30,000 euros for the outfits. I mean, for 30,000 euros, you came up without outfits? Not that it's bad. I really like the... What?
But we don't know how the other delegations spent on their outfits. That it might be more.
Yeah, it could be, but we're now for Denmark.
I know.
I love the blue collar. I kind of like the blue collar. But like, I mean, I am happy. I am happy at the end of the day that she made it. You know what? I'm happy so that she can be with her besties, with Kyle, with everybody else there in the final.
Georgie, while I'm at this point, before I forget, you're gonna have to message me. You put something on X or you put something on Instagram saying, I'm so sick and tired of someone going to these preview parties pretending to be nice.
Who said that?
You said that.
When did I say that?
In regards to artists this year, you're like, something about, I'm so sick and tired of them doing interviews or something and pretending to be nice, as in like you knew that they weren't nice.
About who?
I don't know because I was worried that you were referring to Denmark, and I was like, she seems lovely.
Oh, this is what you mean. Yes, that's what I meant. Okay. Because
was it Denmark?
It was. It
as
was
soon
about
as
that.
I read it, as soon as I read that you said that, I was like, I wonder if that's
everybody knew. Everybody knew it. Everybody messaged me because I had it open of people messaging me, and everybody messaged me like, "Are you talking about Denmark?" And I was like, "Yes, but I don't mean it in such a bad way as people took it. I just meant like what I personally did not was like a bit done with was seeing all the Instagram lives which were fun. They are very funny, but it was like, you know, it made many of the other artists a bit uncomfortable. Like specifically one Instagram live when I watched it, it was Sisal, it was JJ, it was Tina from Germany, Kyle. It was the four of them, and they were making jokes. It was really funny, as it is almost always. And then at some point, Sisal kept doing those lesbian jokes, but it was like constant. It was all the time. It was all the time. And then at some point they talked about scissors, and then Tina from Germany obviously didn't understand it, and she was like, "Oh, I want to be also scissors." And then Sisal like blowing it off, laughing very loudly. She was like, we are all lesbians at the end of the day and blah. And then I was thinking like, you know what? You know, you have to go with the flow. When the joke is done, it's done. Stop doing that. And it was like, I was very annoyed from that. And then the second live was the same. Then the third live was the same. And it was like, you know what, girl, you're making it tough for me to like you even more right now. But now I don't watch the Instagram lives and I like her again.
Caveat right there, but also I actually quite like it. But on that note, what I will say, it's something I didn't pick up last year, but watching it this year, and I don't know whether it's kind of like PTSD growing up or whatever, I do love the camaraderie between contestants. I do love it. And I do love it when they become friends because they're on this journey together and it's the only people that know what they're going through. Do you think it comes across a little bit cliquey?
At some parts it does for me personally, but generally.
Oh, sorry, darling. I just watched semi-final 2 then, and they did all the lineup of the winners, and it was at the end, it was the cliquey friends, and then you had Finland on the end. I don't think she's quite a part of the clique. Like, because last year there was a clique, and this year there's. And I'm not saying don't be friends. Of course, I'm not. That's something stupid to say. But particularly this year with those live things, and then the BBC did an interview with Adonis about this clique, and he looked a bit uncomfortable about the clique, not wanting to associate with it. It does come across a bit cliquey.
Yeah, because Adonis, he was also like a bit in one of the lives. It was like he wanted to share that in the room that where he has been at that moment, it was actually the room where he wrote the song "Kiss Kiss Goodbye." And before he was able to share that thing, JJ and Sisal immediately started making again sex jokes, and they were like, "Oh, that's the room. Oh, that's the room where you." And I was like, "Can you freaking let him share something that is not sexual, please?" So I was like, but that was the moment that I was completely done. I was done with those Instagram lives. I like more the friendship between Miriana with Erica. This is coming very funny in a very natural way. Miriana is throwing those very funny moments, which are really, really funny, actually. And on the other hand, you have Erica that it's like also very, it's for me, this chemistry is more genuine. For me personally, for my taste.
Okay. All right. So for me, didn't expect Denmark to go through. When Denmark did go through, I'm British, and I think a stereotype of British people is we love an underdog. So she was an underdog. She shouldn't have qualified, but she did.
Have you realized? Have you realized we have in the grand final only 4 songs in English. We have 21 songs in their own languages or French. Another thing iconic for this year's Eurovision. This is the first time since many years that we have all of the 5 Nordic countries in the final. Iceland, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. When was the last time that this happened?
Listen, I only realized today, and I posted it on X because it's the first time in ages where mini countries have qualified. So Iceland qualified, Malta qualified, Luxembourg qualified, and San Marino.
Yeah.
And these were the countries that shouldn't qualify.
Yes. And this year is the absolute death year for the Balkan countries because we have only Greece and Albania. The rest of the countries are either way not participating or they didn't qualify. And this is the year of the Nordic countries. They are celebrating it. They're having fun with it. They are meeting up tomorrow. All of those 5 countries, the 5 delegations, they are meeting up tomorrow to celebrate exactly that they are like all 5 in the final. This is amazing.
Well,
I am very, very happy for them.
For me, I think every single one deserves to be in the final. When Eurovision is over and we brainstorm what happens with the Eurovision team moving forward, we will do a kind of 2004 versus 2024 versus 2025. Again, I don't want this video to be negative. I don't want this week to be negative. It's all about celebration of Eurovision. Like, I'm tapping back into Eurovision. I'm so much more happier now I've done that. But I don't think it's a surprise that the Balkans have been wiped out.
Yes, me neither.
No surprise.
No surprise.
No. And when I say wiped out in regards, if we look at 2024 to 2025, it is crazy what's happened.
Why?
In regards to where they were last year to where they are this year.
Yes. I agree with that.
Yeah, so I think there's gonna be a lot of head scratching back in those countries, working out. There's no mystery to it, but about what they will do to change things next year. Right, semi-final 2. Well, let's get out of the way. Australia.
Wait, let me just answer to one message because I have to have it done.
Okay, well, on our chat.
No. You Look at the chat if you have something interesting. So
Right,
someone wrote there 2014, it was the last time.
Okay. All right. So, right, Shane, have you heard the UK girls live performance? Yes, Katie, I will talk about that when me and Georgie get to talk about that.
So,
Yeah. Semi-final
yeah,
two, we're still on semi-final two, Australia.
Australia, yeah. I really expected that Australia will pass. But because it was the end, but because it was like the literally Greece was still not in, you can imagine that I was eating my heart out because I was thinking like, please, I'm sorry for Gojo, but I want Latvia to be inside.
Honestly, when I watched that today, I can only imagine being standing next to you when Greece qualified. That must have been insane.
But Shane, I don't know what's happening with Greece, but right now, the day after the semifinal, yesterday in the Hero Village, absolutely everyone said that this performance is amazing. I never hyped it. I never hyped Greece so much, not even a bit. But everybody said like, God,
Georgie, check yourself. You were
where,
craving Greece last year.
yeah, last year, not this year. That's what I
Okay.
mean. I
Okay.
have
Sorry.
never hyped Greece. I didn't hype Greece this year so much, but I wanted it to be in the final. Um, but what I mean to say is that I'm glad, of course, that Greece made it, but I hope I hope people really, 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 really mean it when they say that this is the best vocals, because yesterday everybody was talking about the vocals of Claudia, that this is out of this world vocals, like so good vocals. Yeah.
Listen, I mean, it's not necessarily a song that was on my radar, but after watching it in the semi-final, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it
And they
deserves
have
to
a
be in
very
the
nice. I agree that the staging is actually making sense. It's really nice. I really like the staging of Greece.
So
Watching it on
yeah.
what?
No, you say watching it where?
No, you say it. It's fine.
No, because I was going to move on, but you're carrying on with Greece.
No, I want to say like watching it from the TV cuts, it looks really, really good.
Because I wrote down 10, going back to Australia, I wrote down 10 moments watching semi-final one and semi-final two where I got goosebumps. And like, that's not being over dramatic, like the physical response of goosebumps. And my first goosebump was when he came out of the blender. Like I actually had a goosebump, Australia.
Yes. That was
And
so good.
it wasn't like I was narrowing down to 10. It just transpires that I had
It
10
is.
goosebumps. And Australia was a goosebump.
I agree. The whole idea of the staging, everything about Australia was amazing.
I will say though, semi-final two was much more camper than semi-final one, so I understand why it may have been forgotten to a point.
Yeah. Also, Armenia making it fully made sense to me because that was a really good performance. It looks amazing on TV. I don't think that I didn't even have it as a non-qualifier because Armenia looks really, really good.
As a personal qualifier, I had Armenia quite high. It's one of my favorites this year.
I was so afraid that Latvia is not making it. I voted 10 times for Latvia.
It's
10
because of
times.
you. It's because of you they got through, huh?
No, but I want to tell you that I was thinking, like, you know what? This performance needs to qualify because this is one of the best stagings that we have this year. Small country, I don't know how much money they gave, but freaking good idea. Amazing idea, amazing vocals, fully deserves the recognition to be in the final. And I sent 10 SMSs. 10,
So it's funny.
10 on the board.
It's funny you should say that because you know the job that I do. So obviously I tried to use my job today to embrace Eurovision. And so I had people watching Eurovision and Latvia came on and I just said, it's not for me. And obviously I'm around people that are from India. I was like, it might not be for you. And so they're watching it. And then I think I stopped it and I was like, and I had to remind them, I was like, all the songs you've seen up until this point are countries like Finland, like how much money has gone into that, right? Very much she's on her own, so maybe not as much as we think. And I was like, I bet you any money when you break it down, Latvia hasn't spent very much on that staging. But
And it still looks amazing.
It's one of the best staging.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, Australia was a shock. So, but that's a given. We all understand that.
Yes.
I love the song of Armenia. You talked about Latvia. I appreciate that. We talked about Greece. We've talked about Malta. We talked about Denmark. Listen, I've got my fourth biggest goosebump of this Eurovision season is Luxembourg. I'm obsessed.
Luxembourg.
Everything about Luxembourg. Well, I love the song from the very beginning.
Everything. Oh my God, what an amazing idea for staging. All of it fitting. The cutest outfit of them all. The way in the middle of the song that she said like electric and the thing is becoming electric and the backdrop is showing like shadows of her turning up and down. Oh my God. And they put it her second in the final. When I saw that, I was thinking like, really?
Right, before we talk about that, because that's disgraceful, as I said to you, I was watching all the Eurovision final songs with people today, and one person who looked so disengaged with Luxembourg, they looked up and said, that was very creative. Like,
yes,
the first minute of Luxembourg is insane.
The first minute.
Well, the whole thing is good, but the whole thing with her lying down, I just think I think my mouth opened. I may have drooled a little bit. I was like,
when we first watched it in the arena in the jury show, I was saying like to Paco, to Carlos, to everybody, I was like, I need to see this on TV. Like, how does it look? Because in the arena it already looked amazing, but we didn't understand what's happening when she's laying. You don't see that, in the arena. And when I watched it yesterday, I was thinking like, oh my God, this is such a good idea. And the vocals are amazing. She's perfect.
Can I just say also, I was watching because I saw them all for a second time today, and I was watching with a very analytical view. I think Luxembourg is my number one. Every other song, there's a camera angle, or there's 2 seconds, which I could, for criticizing's sake, criticize. With Luxembourg, I couldn't find anything. Every single second, the choreography, the camera angle, the staging, the whole package is perfect.
Yes.
But you will evidently not like the song, and I get that. But like, as in, Luxembourg can do no more with that song.
I agree, and I absolutely love everything about Luxembourg, and it is in my top 5. And I am voting for it in the final.
Good boy. So am I. Okay. So, all right, let's talk about Czechia, because obviously I haven't done anything on my channel for months. So I haven't talked about my favorites or whatever. Czechia was in my top 5, right?
Me too.
And so I wasn't engaging very much with Eurovision at all, as you know. And then I think I watched a couple of YouTube videos that were like ranking the rehearsals and people that were in Eurovision, and every single one had Czechia out of the top 10. And I was like, WTF? How is that a thing? I watched it today, obviously.
And it's not it. For me, it's like when they sat down to think about the staging, that was the first and the only idea they went with. They didn't have a backup idea for a staging concept. And it was just like, unfortunately, it was off. The staging idea was not good. It was not the best. And you know what's the saddest part of it all? That there's a potential right now that Czechia really doesn't compete next year in Eurovision.
Well, I mean, they said that last year, so let's see where they placed in the semi-final. But obviously, it is last year they weren't in the top 10. This year they were in the top 10 in regards to favorites. But like, I was writing a few notes, and I think the thing with the Czechia song, I know people don't like the dance break. I liked the dance break. Even with the dance break, the song itself builds, but the staging doesn't complement that. And actually, the
No,
last 30 seconds, it does build, and the last 30 seconds staging wise it just falls flat. And also with the choreography in the video, every hand movement is visible, but with the way that the lights are, I didn't see the hands, so it's almost like I
exactly.
can see they're dancing but I can't see the choreography.
I agree. I agree. The staging idea was just unfortunately not it. It needed something else. It needed something else. He also needed to be in a different outfit and not to blend in so much with the dancers, because he had exactly the same outfit like the dancers.
Yeah,
He
bless
needed
his heart.
something else.
He was one of the few people who couldn't hide how much he wanted it and how disappointed he was, bless him. And that was the
Yes.
hard thing watching the results. I could see you want this.
Yes.
And the thing is, it's all well and easy. And I think about this: we can blame the broadcasters, we can blame the countries, but Czechia's staging last year was amazing.
Yes, I agree. That was a
That's
really
the
good
irony,
idea. All
because you
of
can
this
turn around
falling
and say
down.
Czechia isn't investing in Eurovision. They don't. It's not really popular there. Therefore, they're not going to give much money to it.
This
But
year, two less countries are using those amazing lights. Armenia is using them so correctly. There's so less countries using those lights that are for free. They're giving you for free. You can do so many stuff because those lights, they can turn, they can go down, they can point you. You can do so much with those lights.
you can do so much with those lights.
You can make a home film. So let's move to the other country. We have another 20 minutes. Go.
Okay, so the non-qualifiers. Listen, Australia gutted. I mean,
Yes.
Montenegro. I actually,
Yes.
I actually ended up quite liking the song.
I like the song.
And also the sad thing watching her today, she's either so unbelievably not caring about stuff, or she really knew she didn't qualify. But when she was in the three, she looked like she knew.
Yeah, yeah. I think
I
she
think
knew.
I think she knew. Yeah, that hood was a choice. Not great.
Finland
Ireland.
was like expected. Finland was expected qualifier. It was amazing. She ate. She
Right,
literally ate.
girl, we can talk about that in a second. Ireland.
Well, Shane, I'm sorry, but that girl didn't move
Why are
a
you
bit
apologizing to me? I'm not Irish.
because you like Ireland,
I do
usually.
like Ireland, yeah.
I know.
They're my cousins.
Unfortunately, that girl didn't move a bit. We were in the arena in the jury show and we watched it and we're thinking like, why is she not even moving like a bit? I mean, they used props, they used pyros, they used everything. The backdrop looks amazing, but she did not want to move.
I mean, I had three performances that, based on the studio version, watching it let me down. Czechia, Azerbaijan, and Ireland.
Ireland.
And I think even ESC Tom, he put on X, didn't he? Said when the pyro is the only thing that the audience gets excited about, then it's a problem.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
And
But
I
it
mean,
was deserved. It was a bit deserved, unfortunately, that she didn't qualify. Like, I mean, in that semi-final, it was either way a bit tougher.
and can I also just say, obviously, a massive fall from grace from last year from Ireland. They're going to go back head scratching. So again, ESC Tom, who's a wise owl, much more wise than I am, he put on X, which is so true. He said Ireland was the only country this year with a national final that wasn't its own show, trying to
Yeah,
call for a proper national final in Ireland. Like it's
yeah,
embarrassing. It's embarrassing now. Like Montenegro had its own show. Like, come on, Ireland, have your own show.
I agree.
I mean,
maybe they do it. Maybe they do it on next year. Who knows?
I mean, I'm going to say things that are so unbelievably obvious. I don't think being in the same semi-final as Luxembourg helped.
No, I agree.
I think they're going for the same votes. And like we saw Laura, she moved and she had rhythm. And we saw her. Like, I mean, there's a lot of pan outs with Ireland. And I get it because the visuals look great. But like, I mean, I even today went back to watch her performance in MGP with Witchwoods. And she
was good.
Better there. But yeah, I don't know if she can move. I mean, she can move. But like, yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame that Ireland's gone back when last year they meant like 20 steps forward. But as countries, we get it. UK, we had the Sam Ryder effect and we thought that we were rocking life and we knew what we were doing. And then obviously we had a massive wake-up call the next day. You can't just rest on your laurels. You've got to keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm upset Ireland's not in the final just because it's a great party song. And then Georgia was understandable. That song is one of my least favorites this year, which actually is a shame because her voice is amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
She's had a very, very bad song. Czechia, we talked about, and Serbia.
Well, I expected that it will not qualify since the song came out. I mean, it was never also my type of song.
It was kind of my song because it was a Balkan ballad, but
you had also Greece in that semi-final.
Oh yeah, Greece is a much better song.
No, but I mean, because both of them are ballads, both of them like, so it was one of them will pass. It cannot happen that both will do.
But that's a big hit for Serbia because Serbia has got a decent track record. They take Eurovision very, very seriously. I mean, it was the least competitive national final in Serbia for years, and we know the political reason for that.
I agree.
But he's a talented guy. He's got a great voice. He can perform.
I mean, yes, of course. The vocals were great.
Yeah.
What do we think? Do we want to move on? Because we spent too much time to the semi-final too.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Big Five. Better. We already talked about Germany. Let's do UK now, please. UK. What the hell just happened? Love the staging. Love the vocals. I love the outfits. I love everything about UK. Not fan of the song. Sorry. Love everything about it. The chandelier, the outfits, how it starts, how it ends. Love.
Okay.
But yeah.
So for me, so I'm gonna just give some love to the UK while it's happening. Vincent, great taste. Seth, great taste. Nikki, great. Zhao can go screw himself. I say that I know Zhao. I'm not being nasty. Okay. All right. So obviously, yeah, I said that I've not been on my channel for a while, and it was a culmination of lots of different factors. And one serious factor for me was I didn't particularly like our song. And so the irony is, like, listen, I got behind Electro Velvet. I liked Electro Velvet.
Yeah.
And I loved our last two entries. I've loved May Muller and I loved Ollie's. And then I kept listening to the song, being like, it'll hit soon, Shane, both in regards to, I'm sure the BBC aren't going to send a crap song, and you just need to listen to it for a few times.
Yeah.
And I think I listened to it 6 or 7 times, and then I've got 2 casual British Eurovision friends that messaged me saying, should we talk about it? And both of them said, we don't like it. And they love everything. And I was like, I don't like it either.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, sugar, what do I do? This is a Eurovision season. I've got a YouTube channel, and I'm obviously from the UK. And what do I do with that, in the sense of I'm not a massive fan of my own song, which never happens, i.e. Electro Velvet, Bonnie Tyler, Lucy Jones. I was behind. The only song that I just couldn't get behind was Joe and Jake. I hate, I'm not allowed to use the word hate. I
Then
dislike
you're going too much in the history of the UK. What the
Okay.
hell just happened? There we are. You
So
don't love the song.
I don't
There
love
you
this.
have it. Keep it simple. Come on. You don't love the song. Do you think it's gonna be last place?
No.
Me neither. I think it will take jury points. I
Well,
am not sure about public, but jury points, I think juries will give it points.
if Ollie
Because
took 40, if Ollie took 40 jury points, you've gotta hope.
yeah,
And like, and the thing is,
I
like,
think it's getting.
I'm trying to be rational, and I'm trying to like read so much into kind of what the zeitgeist is around the UK song. And the one thing that I'm trying to hold on to in regards to watching it without kind of like dying inside, and being British with Eurovision, like we're used to that. So I love the contest irrespective of that, is I don't think the UK song is a mimic of another song. Like if we look at the final, there are so many songs, you're like, oh, you're doing that, we can compare it to that. I just hope the juries see that it's a song that they are unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is unique. It is good vocals. I think juries will give points to them. I don't know about public votes, but yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it did upset me when my mum messaged me all the way back when she heard it, and she's loved every UK song. She was like, I do not like our song. I was like, Mum, I don't think you're the only one. And the really sad thing is, what really, really hurts me is they had the act. Like, I think they're the girls. And I think they just sent them to America to a songwriter who's written songs, and they came back with a song. And I think the BBC were too far in it. And they were like, I guess we're going with this song. We kind of had hoped these songwriters would write them a better song. And that it just feels like a missed opportunity for me. It was the right act. It was the right voices, the wrong song.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Spain.
Esa diva. Well, Spain, I still love the song as a song. I really love the song. I respect it. I love it. I listen to it whenever it plays. I'm like, I still don't think that Spain will be like last place. Not at all. I don't believe that. I think she's a great vocalist, so it will work. What I am just a bit concerned and a bit like, I like the idea of the staging that they did, but it's not quite fully there. And I have talked with Paco. Paco has the same opinion. Paco said like, it's Benidorm was better. The idea of Benidorm or to have as a staging was better. And I was like, when I watched it and rewatched it, I was thinking like, you know what? This pink curtain that she's dancing in front of for 2 minutes, she's performing until they open it and the stairs are revealed. It's just not quite hitting it. To just go on the stairs to do the turn. But I am hoping because it's amazing. I said to Paco, like, Paco, why didn't they keep this idea with the throne, which has like of her heritage? It makes sense from her heritage where she's coming from, Spain. The LEDs that they had with those thorns growing around when she's like standing on the throne and performing the high note. Then she goes in front to do the last dance thing. So I was like, that idea quite more hear it, and everybody talks about it. And Paco is like, everybody. I met Spanish people every time after the jury show, and every Spanish people says they don't ask you anymore, what do you think of our song? They ask like, what do you think of the staging? And I'm asking them, I don't answer. I'm saying like, what do you think of the staging? And they all the time answer like, and they say like, well, it's awful, but what do you think of the staging? They don't even ask you anymore, what do you think of the song? That's not the question. They ask, what do you think of the staging? And that's pity. That's very pity. But I think maybe people will get it. I don't know. Because I love the song. I love the song more than all the previous 3 years of Spanish songs. I love this song. After
But-
Slow Mo, this is my most favorite.
Georgie, bless your heart. Well, you're saying maybe others will get it. I think the point is with the staging, there's not much to get. It's quite simple. I didn't like the Benidorm Fest staging. I didn't like this whole plant thing. I didn't really get it in regards to, I interpret it as a plant behind the throne. But it is very simple. And the crazy thing this year is with the LED screens on the floor and the LED screens in the background, everyone seems to be really upping their game with staging. And comparatively, Spain is quite basic. They're just freaking lucky that Melody is just an awesome entertainer.
Melodies, exactly. That's what I want to give a huge thumbs up exactly for that. The way Melody is performing, the way her body is owning this. This is what I think that this is where I think that Spain is lucky for having Melody to perform that song, because Melody is selling the hell out of the song.
And there's something
Not
in
the
this.
staging.
I think she, like, I think obviously, I think Paco, again, I've not engaged with her conversations, apologies. I've not engaged with the Eurovision community post her revamp. So I don't know how that necessarily went down. But for me, it was a massive U-turn for that song. I freaking loved it after the revamp. And I think the way that she performs the revamp, she looks way more comfortable.
I agree.
But it just might be, she might be just used to performing that song, but like it is a much better song now.
And I love also how she has added a bit more hair. She's the lion, honey. When she performs and you're watching it, she's the diva. She's a diva.
So it's
love
interesting.
it.
The BBC
She's
commentators,
performing for the gays.
very much so. But the BBC commentators are gay also, and they were saying they're like 3 doors down, and they were like, she is extra in the sense of they've never seen her leave her room without full hair, without makeup, and
Exactly.
like she is a diva.
She's the biggest diva. Like Malta is diva not down. Melody is diva born and through.
So here's the question, right? And so this is what someone tried to bring me back down to earth with the other day. I like Spain. I think Spain is in my top 10, not because I'm scared of Spanish people. In the past, I have been. This season, I have no need. This season, I have no need to be scared of Spanish people. But someone said to me, rightfully so, who is picking up the phone for Spain? What's the demographic? If it's the gays, they've got Malta and Finland. Are they going to phone and pick up the phone a third time for Spain?
Yeah.
That's my biggest concern, is who is the demographic for Spain?
I cannot answer that. I cannot foresee who is there for Spain.
Right. But I mean, listen, I know it's such a throwaway Miss World comment being like, she's doing Spain proud, she'll do Spain proud on the night, but it's true.
Spain, Shani, I have so less time.
Yeah, I know, right.
We need to move on to France.
Okay.
Because France we have to talk about.
We do, yeah. It's one of my favorites. What do you want to say about France?
What do you think? Is it how you expected it to be watching it?
It's not a winner.
Really? To me it screams winner.
Do you?
It's one of my if I have to pick a winner right now and I have to say 2 countries, it's France and Sweden. Like prediction wise. This screams winner for me.
I love that for you. Why does it
It's
scream win for you?
I have this year have not got chills from any performance. Watching France last night, I thought, you know what? This is this is just amazing. There's nothing to add to this. This is for me, it could easily win. France is the one to be.
Listen, that makes me very happy. It's one of my favorites this year. France, I don't know what it is about France at Junior Eurovision and Eurovision. It always seems to be one of my favorites. But yeah, I think the song is amazing. I don't know. I watched it today twice, wanting the goosebumps, and I never got it.
I absolutely love. I love her also. I love Luan. I love seeing her perform. This is like, you know what? This is so amazing. And can I tell you one trick? Because everybody talks about this, and I know it. Do you know that during her performance, this is not stand when it's coming. This is cork. Is it called like this for me in English?
Yeah, our British
Okay.
commentator said it was cork.
Yes, and she has a bit of those in her mouth already before performing here down, because the guy from the delegation told me that. So I learned it, like I was like, oh really? That's interesting to know. So she has a bit of that in her mouth already before performing, because her mouth is producing more saliva while performing, so that no more of this cork is coming in her mouth and can disturb her throat of not producing the vocals that are needed. And I was like, really? That's really interesting to know. So
Listen,
she's already, because the moment that she finishes, she's spitting it out. We saw it in
that's
the jury
me-
show.
that's method. That's she's committed. I will say on that note, I did get goosebumps for Switzerland. I'm obsessed.
Yes. Love Switzerland. Love, 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 love Switzerland.
I just think it's amazing. It's one of those songs which I like.
Amazing.
I did like it. Was it my top 10? If it wasn't, it was close. But like, it's magical.
It is. It is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I love Switzerland. Okay, so another one, Italy. Thank goodness. Bearing in mind, lived in Italy for 4 years, can't speak a word of Italian, ashamed about it is probably one of the worst characteristic traits of my whole being. Thank goodness they have the translations, because I watched it with the translations. So I was like, that's what that song's about. That's kind of cool. And then I watched it again today with that knowledge. And I was like, do I like Italy? Because I really didn't like Italy. And I think I kind of like it now.
I kind of like it after seeing live on the jury show, and after that seeing him in the first semifinal live. And honestly, he's so, so cute. He's such a sweetheart. Like, I like it because of him the most. And then, therefore, while he's performing, I kind of like the song. It's very easygoing. It's very, you don't need to think much about it. You don't need to make huge statistics about, oh, what is the staging meaning? What is that? What is this? Simple, really, 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 really sweet.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I believe Italy is coming last place. Italy is definitely not coming last place.
No,
I
it's not
think
coming.
Judith will love this.
Yeah. So just obviously, because I'm sensing you need to leave, I'm going to go through my 10 goosebump moments, right? Because I wrote them down. So I put when Australia comes out of the blender, number one,
Yeah.
Austria, just Austria. Like I am obsessed with Austria. That gave me
Really? To me,
goosebumps.
it
Yeah.
went down in my. To me, Austria went a bit more down in my top 10.
Girl, why?
I don't know.
But I did see comments saying that the way that they've decided to stage it is lost soul.
It did. It's like my best friend, it was his number one. He's like, he lived in Austria many years. My best friend texted me when Austria performed yesterday, and I quite agree. Can I tell you what he said? He said to me, Nicolce, he said, you know what? I'm a bit disappointed from Austria. I was like, why? The vocals are there, everything is there. He said, like, every single second of the performance is completely choreographed. There's nothing free. And he said, like, I'm missing that moment of him just, you know what? Yeah, sit on the boat, have this concept of the video clip, but every single movement, like it's choreographed the moment that it's wavy with the waves happening. So he's like going wavy. It's choreographed where he will put his hand. It's choreographed where he will look at the camera. It's choreographed how the small boat is coming. I think my best friend was saying like, I needed at least 10 seconds of him just being the opera singer singing without choreograph. And that's why Switzerland is so amazing and having fully a soul, because Zoe Me is performing and it looks, I'm just sitting and I'm just singing from my soul. And JJ is, it's just choreographed. It's just choreographed. It's not soulful. It comes from his soul, of course it does, but it's not. And that's why I don't think anymore that it will win.
Okay, I'm outnumbered. It seems that all the comments agree with you, Georgie. But on that note, I understand what you say. I didn't pick up with JJ, but do you remember Gajon's Tears? I remember that being over choreographed, and that bugged
Also,
me. I was like, I love that song. And when I saw it, I was like, you have overcomplicated this. That is over choreographed. And you could see he looked uncomfortable because he's been with a
yes,
choreographer and they told him what to do with every beat,
yes,
with his
exactly.
arm.
The
Yeah,
same
so
thing is with JJ. It's the same thing, really. This is the feeling I get. It looks good. It looks really good. It doesn't look bad at all. I watched it again and again from YouTube. It does look good. It will do good. It just said that I don't think that it will win, and it went down from my second place. I had him as a second place because when when you listen to songs, and when I listen to songs, sometimes you just imagine stuff, and I imagined it more like, I don't know. But that's why it just didn't make it. Didn't make the cut.
okay. Right. Third goosebump moment was Luxembourg. Fourth, Germany. But that's because I really didn't like that song and I just didn't see any hope for it. And then I watched it and I was like, how have you done that? Because actually, this now is a package that someone would vote for.
Honey, that's called Stefan Raab. This is what I'm gonna tell you.
Is he? I thought he ditched that act, so he's still with it, like
No,
to the bitter end.
he's here on the streets of Basel. He's interrupting the street singers. He takes their microphones and he's immediately starting like "Ich pa la 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 la." Everybody's taking videos. He goes to the next street artist. He immediately grabs the microphone. He starts singing balla. He is there next to them all the time. That's
Now,
why I'm
listen,
telling you. Staging, idea, everything, picking up that song. This is called Stefan Raab. And I'm not just praising him. It's a fact.
let's fact control. Georgie, what country do you live in?
Germany.
Move on. Right. Okay. So, but also, love you. The British commentators educated me quite a lot. They said every single act that Stefan has been involved in has come top 10. Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that's why I believe that it will be top 10 material.
And also, I didn't realize that they said, and you would know this because you watched the program in Germany, that their initial song was in English and he heard or saw this song on Instagram and told them, enter this one
No,
instead.
not exactly like that. They sent two songs, one English and one another one, and then he saw on TikTok that they used the ballad tune somewhere on one of their TikToks, and he called them and he told them like, I see you have applied to the German national final. Why don't you pick Balla? I saw it on TikTok. You have used 10 seconds of it. Can you send me the whole song because I need to listen to it? They did. And Tina said, like, I'm not quite sure that I want this song. And then Stefan Rapp, it's this or not? And then they went with this.
Listen, love that. And they're Austrian, right?
They're originally roots from Hungary.
Oh, cool.
From Hungary, but grew up and were born in Austria.
Love that. Okay, fifth goosebump moment. Listen, I don't care. My YouTube channel is testament to this. I didn't really like it, comma. I now genuinely, hand on my heart, Netherlands is my favorite, will always be my favorite, want that to win. But with the real, Netherlands is a real contender. Finland, that song spoke, I don't want to be gay and dramatic, be like, it spoke to my soul. But there was something about that performance where I was like, I get it. There's something about just one woman for 3 minutes, and like you can't keep your eyes off her. So first of all, that's innate talent that not everyone has. She can have everyone's attention and she doesn't need backing dancers. And I was like, and it got to the end of the song and I was like, I'm obsessed. And then I watched obviously the interviews. You've obviously, because you watched it, so you saw the whole fondue thing, right?
Yes, I saw it.
And then I was like, she needs to win. I'm now Team Erica. I don't care.
Team America. I'm Team America since the beginning that the song came out. This is the song that haven't moved from my first spot, and it
Is
will
that your
stay
first
there.
spot?
That's my number one since months. I change
Love
all the
that.
time the rest of them. Now I took JJ was my second. JJ is now down, and Luxembourg is my second place. All the others change all the time. Finland is my number one, and watching it yesterday, I was like, you know what? Let this win because it's iconic. She eats. Shane, when we say someone eats the stage, she's eating up the stage. But I hope they fix the issue because the microphone today in the rehearsals never worked out. The pyros are not coming. And they had to stop it. She had to redo once again the performance because the microphone didn't work out. And after that again. So I hope today for the jury show it works out.
So do I, because yeah, I would be very happy if she won. Listen, I told you, obviously this has been a weird season for me, so I didn't listen to all the songs before, and I didn't listen to Iceland. I love Iceland. That was a goosebump moment for me. First of all, I'm watching a song on a semi-final. I haven't heard that. I just think the whole thing is amazing. It's one of my favorite songs this year now.
From Iceland?
Yeah.
I agree. And they have an amazing spot in the final, 10th place.
Like, I just like the song is catchy as F.
I think
Iceland.
I think Iceland was in the top 3 of the semi-final.
It's just I smiled through the whole thing, and then when they qualified, because obviously, and even our commentators in the UK said they know they're not going to win, so they've been going into the streets of Basel begging people to vote for them. And I was like, oh, because obviously I didn't know the song. I kind of knew the favorites were. I kind of knew no one was talking about Iceland. And so when it came on, I was like, oh, here's Iceland. And I was watching it, I was like, I actually love this song. I'm really annoyed that it's taken me to watch the semi-final one to actually be introduced to it. So Iceland was a goosebump moment for me.
I agree, and I think that really they came in they were in the top 3 of the semi-final. I really think so. They are great,
Yeah.
and this is the best last 10 seconds of a song from this year's Eurovision. This closing of a song, this dun 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 dun. This is the whole arena is going crazy. This moment happens. Amazing, amazing.
Listen, I'm happy that's in the final. The other one, again, forget my ethnic heritage and DNA. It was the first, this is not an order, my first goosebump. And I've watched this performance more than any other performance. It was Poland. I'm obsessed.
I agree.
And I'm not saying that because obviously Polish Eurovision fans are everywhere and they're probably on my channel and I don't want to appease them. But like, freaking hell. How old is that woman? She's in her 50s, right?
She's 52, I think.
Listen.
Shane, I need to wee. You keep talking. Talk with the people about Poland. I need to wee. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I need to go in a bit. We have to hurry.
I literally got 5 minutes left. Okay, so I loved Poland. I'm on my own now. I understand people can't with Poland. Linda said they can't. Steffi can't. I think when I reacted to it first, can't, pardon the pun, Serving can't. But I don't know. I really do like Poland. Right, whilst he's gone, the other 3 goosebump moments. So I really wasn't a fan of Estonia. a lot of these songs are part of the reason why I did struggle to engage in the latter part of this Eurovision season. Like a lot of my national final favorites didn't win, and a lot of the ones that did win, I was like, not really that fast. Estonia being one of them. And so I'm waiting for Georgi to come back soon. I finally get Estonia. So I was watching it the other day being like, oh, it's qualified. Let's see how it went down. With the national final, I didn't think necessarily everyone was in on the joke. I think it was him in his head. But now I think everyone's in on the joke. I actually think it's actually quite tasteful. Like Estonia's one of my favorites. It's a shame it's not one of your favorites. Is Georgi there? Because I feel a bit alone. I actually like Estonia now, so I'm happy it's in the final.
I love Estonia.
Oh, you are back. Thank God for that, because I felt really weird.
But again, Estonia.
But it makes it worse for Luxembourg, though. Literally, everyone is saying Estonia, Estonia. Like, I get it. Everyone's like, what? I'm not saying, like, I'm just saying I finally get it. I just think I don't understand how they turned around a song, which I really didn't like. And they've put it on the Eurovision stage, and I feel like I'm now in on the joke. I smiled, and I think I laughed.
You have to. At the end of the day, you have to be. Oh, everybody's commenting about my Britney t-shirt. Thank you.
Really are.
Give me more. Give me more. So, can we talk quickly for Sweden before we stop?
Yeah, because I've only got two more. Italy, which we've talked about, and I've said I love which everyone loves, the blonde presenter. That's it.
Okay. The blonde presenter.
When she said, I feel like a fetus with disco on my mind, I laughed for 10 minutes. So I want that female presenter with blonde hair to present again. I think she's iconic. Right?
You mean Hazel?
Whatever her name is. I don't know their names.
She's a huge comedian in Germany. She's like a huge name. I know her. I have watched always her.
Freaking amazing. I didn't think anyone would make me laugh as much as Hannah Waddington did, but she's made me laugh a couple of times. But I feel like a fetus on my mind.
She's so funny. She's also like very, like she's fun to see, fun to listen to. So let's go. Sweden, winning or not winning? Prediction. What do you think?
That's the song that I've listened to most today. Let me just quickly have a look. Is Sweden winning? No.
I still think it's winning. This or France? For me, this is the prediction. Prediction, not favorites. Don't forget it. My favorites are Finland and Luxembourg.
I think Sweden is my most listened to song this year. I've been obsessed with it. I just don't know. I think I played so I played all the songs today with people at work. They preferred Estonia to Sweden. If you're going for a jokey, melodic, stays in your head song. And so it has helped Sweden that Estonia is so early on. But I still think Estonia is going to take away some televote points from Sweden. Are jury members jury members giving Sweden 10 and 12? Because they're giving Austria 10 or 12, irrespective of what you think.
10 or 12 juries will give to France or Switzerland, not to Austria.
Well, then Sweden will win, because I can't see...
Honestly, even Greece will still point from the juries. That's why we'll not have a jury winner this year. It will be televote winner.
Right, girl, in all seriousness, we haven't even talked about Albania.
Okay, let's end Sweden. Let's go to Albania and win the live.
Okay.
Shtet. Yeah.
Is it going to be Albania's year?
I really hope so.
Listen, no one needs to be
ESC. You know what? Highlight immediately Papa V, what he said, because yes. Thank you. What about Albania?
I don't want to be ESC. No one needs to be ESC Tom to realize last place never does well.
Never.
And I'm going to be honest, as a Eurovision fan, I get Eurovision fatigue at song 21. And I've had too many orange juices and I'm done. 26 songs is a lot of songs.
Exactly. When yesterday in the Euroclub, Shane, in the Euroclub, at 2 o'clock in the night, the Euroclub screen goes black and they put the running order because it was officially out. The music stopped, everybody took their phones, everybody started checking the running order. The first screams were like, oh my God, Albania closing, really?
Why can't San Marino close? That seems like the right closer to me.
It's literally one place difference.
It's not.
I don't think 24th place it will.
But that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference.
I would have liked Albania to be 18th, 19th at least, but why closing? But it will be voted.
If it's want, in all seriousness, if it's who I want to win, it's nothing about kind of like it'll be cheaper if it's in Albania. I want Albania to win.
I would love that. I would love Albania to win.
And I think if Albania wins, that would send such a good message to countries being like, go back to the drawing board about what songs you send.
Not only that, I am absolutely in love with this year's Eurovision in general, that 22 countries go with their own languages.
Girl, on a serious note, I can't remember that American YouTuber who's so amazing. He did a video 7 or 8 days ago. Is this the worst Eurovision ever? And I remember 3 months ago thinking this is the worst Eurovision ever. Part and parcel of all what was going in my mind about having a break and engaging with Eurovision this week and looking at this final. Like this final is fun. I'm excited.
This is fun. This is gonna be one of the best shows ever. And not only that, you put also the production that Switzerland has done for that staging and the way that the songs are presented. I'm sorry, but this is gonna be an amazing grand final.
I agree.
But yeah, also, tell me, do you predict, not favorite, do you predict Albania top 10, top 5, or top 15? Will be when you
10.
think about the song and everything. What is your prediction?
Top 10.
Me too. I think that it could be 7th place, 6th.
And I think, and the huge reason why that is it's in 26th position. That's my main.
That's the biggest disadvantage for me too. I agree.
How do you think Netherlands are going to do, by the way? Because we both love Netherlands. Top 5?
I still love Netherlands, and I still think that Netherlands will be top 500. But it's Netherlands. No, we are saying it like top 5 and that's it. But top 5 means, for me personally, that Netherlands has a chance also of winning. Like, I see it top 5 easily. I don't know why people are struggling so much to like and to say that the staging is not so good and blah. I love how personal this is. I love the color of his voice. People saying like at some parts of the song he's not so good. Bullshit. He's having a very nice vocal ability. It's fitting. I think Netherlands is coming top 5, and I really hope so that it's coming top 5 because it's like amazing song.
Even with Erica following him?
Yeah. Ach, Erica. Ach, wunderbar.
Honestly, if you're going to literally, it's a wild card. Now on 23:52 India time, if you're going to push me saying who I think is going to win, I'm just going to go obscure and say Finland, because there is just something very special about that performance.
Yes, I agree. This is so captivating. This is so good. This is so amazing. How Erica is. This is amazing. This could win, but that's why this year is so open. This year is so open, so unpredictable of actually thinking who could win, because you have 5 countries that might win. In my opinion, 5 countries could be like France. Yeah, but where is it? Is he sending it? Gabriel, Hani, Schnella,
Gabrielle, the press poll is out. So yeah, what is it?
So let me tell you, the 5 contenders for the France, and I was just about to say France. So people stop texting. We need to see. France 430, Finland 360. Why is he not making it in one comment? Come on, Gabriel.
Because he's excited.
Finland 346, Sweden 326, Albania 302. Wow.
This is not a bad top 4 so far.
Not at all. But you see who the winner is by far. Switzerland 260. Wow.
Where's Austria?
Shane, you're the only one sleeping with that thing. Last Ukraine.
Ukraine. Okay, we'll take that with a pinch of salt.
So the price is out and France has 430. I could see
I
that
wouldn't be
happening.
angry. I love France. I just didn't get the. I don't know. I just didn't get the-
Austria is 6th with 148. Okay.
We might need to speak about maybe some special needs you might have, Georgie. How many does
Why?
Austria need? Have?
184.
Good boy. Okay.
What
just
did I
keep that.
say?
We'll talk
Did
about
I
it
say
later.
104? Did I say 148?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because in German, this is how you read them.
Yeah,
And I
that's
had it in my head. I had in my head 148 in German because in German you said like 184.
okay.
But I spoke in English, and that's why it was like.
Bless
Shane,
you.
don't forget that I have in my head 5 languages.
I know.
So really, I saw
know.
Sinan. He talked to me in Bulgarian, and I was immediately like, I talked to him in Greek. He was like, "Girl, I don't understand that language. What is it?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, you spoke in Bulgarian. I was disconnected." So yeah, but
Just
it
quickly.
is like this. Yeah.
First of all, yeah, there was me just chiming in there. That was incorrect. That makes total sense now you've said it. I'm sorry. Those people that are doing the press or can see the press, where was the UK? So they're saying Ukraine is last. Is the you need to go?
Germany had 44 points from the press. No, I don't believe that. Und knallen noch mein Dach. Es tut noch ein bisschen weh, wenn ich. I go with Stefan Rapp now. I go on the streets of Basel and I'm singing Bala Honey.
Okay. If UK is
23rd.
I guess I'll take that. I'll take that. Netherlands top 10. Oh. Okay. Yeah, my heart wants Netherlands. But my other heart wants Albania. My brain thinks Finland. You scared me about Austria. And listen, if Sweden wins, it's my most listened to song this year, so it would make sense.
And with that wins, if Sweden wins, with that win, they will be the absolute winner of until now with the most wins in Eurovision.
It was inevitable, right? It was always going to come. If it's not this year, then it's going to be another.
And I really hope that Greece would do that. Kidding. But maybe France wins. And France can win Eurovision finally after 40 years or 37, I don't know.
Literally, I would.
I don't know if you read the news. They have spotted the airplane of Celine Dion landing in Basel.
When you say they, this is what we're trying to confirm. The BBC said it earlier. You're on the ground. Do you know anyone reliable who have said they've seen that plane?
Yes, the guy that lives in my hotel from the Norway delegation. He said to me, the delegations talked today, and the delegation said that obviously Celine Dion is here. Obviously.
Listen, I mean, if that, If that's
If
true, then
if that happens, I think in the arena everybody will cry. In the TVs, everybody will cry.
well, there's no,
This will
there's
be,
no tears. There will literally be silence because everyone will faint.
yes, this will be amazing.
There
This
will
will
be
be the
it'll be like
this
a
is
spiritual experience.
BASEL Eurovision is already a great Eurovision made, and with that, it will be one of the best Eurovisions.
It looks it. It looks it with everyone on social media. Everyone seems to be in Basel. Everyone's having an amazing time, but it genuinely looks great.
Yes, it looks good. It looks good. So Shane, I really need to leave.
I know,
Steffi
darling.
asked me 100.
Where are you
I
going
have,
now?
I have arranged that I meet Riz. You know Riz? He's on the Wales. He's also commenting on your channel, my channel. He's here in Basel, and I arranged with him that we'll go for a casual dinner and everything while everybody's watching the jury show.
Can I ask you where is the Wales?
In the ocean. Shane, where? In the UK.
There's no the. It's Wales.
Okay, Wales. Oh my god. You're so pathetic.
Oh, I need to speak to you because I can't work out whether it's BBC advert filler or whether it was on Eurovision. Was Burak on Eurovision?
Yes, I knew that already.
We need to talk about that because I was watching it being like, is this BBC like, because we don't have
summer.
the
In summer, already EBU contacted Burak so that he can make a video of his journey from Istanbul to Basel because he already applied for this. And EBU obviously wants to put a bit more Turkish people and stuff because everybody wants Turkey back in Eurovision. And this is a great thing of showing off that fans from Istanbul are coming in Basel. They are here, they celebrate Eurovision and stuff. So this is how it happened. It was amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I need to message him and say I've seen him, bless him, because it was amazing. He was so sweet.
It was so amazing. He was so excited for this. I love him.
I'm glad you confirmed it was in the real thing. I wasn't sure if it was just like the Eurovision thing that they do for the UK because we don't have commercials, so they have to do the commercials for us.
No, it's a real thing. It was shown also on TV.
Awesome. Right, go. Love you.
I love you.
Are we gonna try and catch up? What time's your flight on Sunday?
It's late. It's very late, so we can. I take the train, but we can catch up before that.
Okay, let's do that then.
Definitely.
So
we'll be texting about that.
And
ESC WHOOP after the final.
ESC, but we'll also have the semi-final results as well on Sunday.
Yes. Of what country came first, second, third, 10th, and 15th. That's exciting. No, but we'll do it. On Sunday, we are back with another live. Right. I mean, we did now 1 hour 40, so that's fine.
So remember tomorrow to text me. So I'm going to be watching it for the first time ever alone, which is fine. I'm big and bold and brave enough to do it. So do text me tomorrow.
Okay, I will do.
Okay.
Bye, people. See you on Sunday. And Shane, with you, we text either way every day. So see you in a bit on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take care, everybody. Love you. Bye.